Hello, Blizzard fans! This is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Wizard upload. This is a game between Shcnitzel and Korean characters on Orbital Shipyard. This is from spawningtool.com, specifically LOTV.spawningtool.com, a good resource for Legacy of the Void replays. And I'd like to thank my special screener Dominique for going through those replays to find me the best available. This is labeled a Master versus Masters level PvT, so let's see if it holds up to the billing, and let's get right on into it. On the top right of Orbital Shipyard, we have the red Terran player. It is Shcnitzel. And in the bottom left of Orbital Shipyard, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Korean characters. Alright, so a PvT, we've seen a couple of these on the channel recently, so those of you who've been bemoaning the lack of Terran replays, specifically the PvT matchup, I do understand, I agree with you, and hopefully I should be able to get a better balance of the matchups over time. I have to admit, I probably will still continue to favor PvZ, just because it is my favorite matchup. It's just so versatile and so awesome, and I've played so many amazing ZVPs of my own over my days in playing Starcraft that it just kind of has a special place in my heart, and hopefully if you're a fan of FalconPaladin, you'll like that matchup too. I'll try not to overload you with it, but that's the way it's going to be. Okay, so PvT, I assume we're going to go ahead and open up Adepts, just because Adepts are pretty much your standard opener in everything as Protoss in the current build of Legacy of the Void. They're just really good. They're tanky, they can psionic transfer, they're fast, they hit hard, they kill probes, they kill SCVs, they kill drones, they kill marines, and they kill zerglings, and they don't do super well against early stuff that Protoss has. I guess Adepts are good at killing Adepts. Adepts are good at killing Zealots as well, but not many people go for Zealots that early. Some Protoss players I've seen have actually chosen to go Stalker in a PvP matchup just because Stalkers don't take that extra damage from the Adepts. They seem to be quick enough to actually keep up with the Adepts as they run around trying to harass things. And it seems to be a good choice in that way. So we'll have to see in the next PvP that I cast how that works out. Anyway, both players did open up with a pretty quick expansion. I think we did go Barracks into Command Center for Shcnitzel, and I think that was about a gateway into Nexus expand there for Korean characters. We are researching the Warp Gate and getting an Adept, just as I predicted. Let's get rid of that SCV little thing there. And yeah, I mean, pretty much a Marine coming out. Not going to go Reaper expand. Reapers aren't actually good against Adepts. Adepts can kind of keep up with them. They do hit them pretty hard because Reapers are light units. And that extra damage from light does come into play there. So I think Marines for the base defense. Again, Marines aren't super great either, though, against Adepts because they get 2-shot. I think Reapers can withstand maybe 3 or possibly 4 shots from an Adept here, but this is our Adept. Here we go, being aggressive, using that psionic transfer ability to get on up out of their little shade that will disappear and bring the guy with him. Boop! And here he is. You can use to cancel that psionic transfer to use the shade to scout up. Basically, the shade does have vision, and if you want to scout into the opponent's base, you can do that and then cancel it so your Adept doesn't come to where it is, but instead stays back where it's safe. But Adepts do... Where did my tooltips go? Did I lose my tooltips? My goodness, I think I lost my tooltips. Options, river player, nope. Graphics? No, gameplay. Here it is. Tooltips, show, alerts. Where on earth is that? Additional color textures, experience points, enemy unit selection, alerts, build custom, simple command card. Is that it? No. Damage normal selected. Oh, display game tooltips. It was up here. My bad. Except return to game. Alright, so they do 10 damage, 23 damage versus light. Here we see the scouting. There it is. Scouting right on up, seeing nothing that's going to worry him. Going to check for people back here to kill, and there is. So he decides to go ahead and keep that psionic transfer. Can 2-shot a couple of workers. Might be able to kill a mule there, but no. Ooh, the Marauder is bad news for this Adept, though. Doesn't do the extra damage to the Adept, and the Adept does manage to kill a Marine and a worker there. Another SCV probably going to fall. Trying to get that mule. Does kill the mule. Well played there indeed. The Adept is up to 4 kills. Probably going to get 5, and it does. Look how long it takes for this Marauder to kill this Adept. Super tanky. 6 kills. 6 kills on a single Adept, and basically Oracles, if they get 6 kills, they're considered cost effective, and Adepts are so much cheaper. Look how much Adepts cost. Adepts cost 100 minerals and 25 gas and 2 supply. So he hopped in there, got 6 kills, killed a mule, killed a Marine in there as well, and pretty much paid for himself, and then some for sure. So why not open Adepts? I mean, that's what we're going to see from Protoss players until something changes, and I'm not sure anything is going to in the next little while. We're following up the Adept harass with Oracle harass here from Koreans. So, moving out across, and I'm not sure if Shcnitzel's ready for this. I don't think I see some Marines ready for that here in the main base. They should be able to handle it, but there are no turrets back here. I feel like Shcnitzel thinks he's safe, having kind of walled off. Yep, there's the full wall off with the supply depots and the engineering bay, but that might actually prevent his own units from getting in if he's not careful. Oh, there are missile turrets. I lied. Oh, the final hit from the missile turret does kill the Oracle. Oh, bad news. Look at these well-placed missile turrets. I completely missed those when I was looking at the screen here. I should look at the minimap a little bit more closely, but look at that. 1-2 saying any Oracles that want to come in perfectly spaced. One last shot from this missile turret did kill the Oracle way over here. That Oracle dies without killing anything, not cost-effective in the least bit. So third base has now just popped up for Korean. Korean's okay with that. I think the earlier Adept harass really helped him feel confident in this game. So 4 SCVs and a Marine have died. How did that Adept have 6 kills? Oh, the Mule. I don't think the Mule actually counted in that. That's interesting. For 1 Adept and 1 Oracle, which I feel like is probably fair. For Korean, he's winning 53-41. Total Harvesters right now. Hallucinated Phoenix coming out to scout just exactly what's going on from the Terran player. Now, I have to admit, I've been a little bit disappointed with Terran and Legacy of the Void. So many of them just go Marine, Marauder, Medevac, and Widowmine. It's the same thing we've seen in Heart of the Swarm for so long now, and they just continue doing it in Legacy of the Void. The Liberator is a really good unit. I don't know why you wouldn't get it. Liberators are fantastic against air. They do really well against ground with their Defender mode. Phoenix dies there, just recognizes, alright, Terran is still going that MMM. Don't need to worry about anything different here. And the answer for MMM is pretty much going to be Disruptor. I mean, if we're honest with ourselves, at this point, Koreans probably should be getting a Robo Facility. Do we see one anywhere here in the production tab? We don't, so nothing there quite yet. Just kind of going Mass Gateway, getting those upgrades for the ground units for the Protoss as well as Blink. So Blink can be good, but a lot of Adepts as well. Adepts can stand toe-to-toe pretty well against these balls of Marines and Marauders, just because, again, they don't take a lot of damage. They have that extra armor. They have the shielding as well. Look how much shielding they have. 90 total shields that can be upgraded as well at the Twilight Council to give them an extra 50 here. Here it is. Shield upgrade. Increase the Adept shields by 50 total. But here it is. The attack is coming. We're pushing on in here. We don't have any upgrades yet. And we are trying to get them. Combat shield on the way, +1 infantry attack on the way as well. Kind of a weird place for a pylon over here, but I guess that's maybe for proxy tech. I don't know. Here we are coming right up the ramp, and there we go. Good force fields catching a couple units here, killing a Marine and a Marauder that wouldn't have died otherwise, but the Adepts are in the front. See the positioning? Adepts in the front absorb the damage. The Stalkers in the back actually deal the damage. So Adepts are tanky. They do really well against Marines as well. If you get them, if you can use your APM to target the Marines instead of the Marauders, that's a really good choice with your Adepts. But again, in the heat of battle, that can be fairly difficult to do. So we're getting Storm, actually. Okay, so Korean wants to deal with this bio with Storm. I approve of that decision wholeheartedly. Storm has been my favorite choice for Protoss to use against Terran. I feel like Colossus are a little too gimmicky. They can be dealt with stemmed forward Marauders. They can be dealt with Vikings. But the only way to really deal with Storm is to get Ghosts. And those can be a little bit late coming from a Terran who's going crazy with the bio units and not really thinking about the 3rd tier level of Terran. So like this, I don't see anything close to a Ghost Academy at this point. And we're just going to continue to produce Marines and Marauders and Medevacs. No Widowmines, actually. Wait, I just heard one burrow. There it is. Couple Widowmines, none in production currently. But we do have, what, 2 on the field and 2 in production. So, okay, pretty much in the full swing of things right now. And there are the Templar. They're ready. They're going to have Storm by the time they get up. Storm does cost 75 energy. And there it is. We have enough now on this high Templar. It is a light unit, so it's a little bit weak, a little bit flimsy, but here we come. Widowmine shots are going to... Ooh, blinked away. Hey, juked out that Widowmine shot. Amazing play indeed. Kind of baiting the Widowmine shots. And what are we going to do here with the Guardian Shield comes up from the Sentry? And are we going to back out? Are we going for it is the question. We are going to stand in. A Storm whiffs on most of the things here. Shcnitzel dodges that pretty darn well. Sentries at the front is not what you want at all. Get those guys in the back with the Widowmine shots again. 0 kills, 1 kill. Not really doing too much Archons in here. Pretty fantastic against bio, unless, again, there are Ghosts. Oh, there it is. There's the Ghost Academy. Got that started probably about the same time I started talking about it. So Ghost Academy is finished. Are we actually going to make any Ghosts is the question. We are building some Tech Labs onto our... Yeah, Tech Labs onto these barracks for that Ghost production. There it is. 2 Ghosts on the way now. We're Infantry Armor level 1 on the way at the same time. We've retreated all the way back home for Korean characters, this pylon placement is very interesting. I'm not sure what Korean is trying to do. But at the same time, we are getting a Robo Bay, and we are producing an observer off the Robo Facility, so we want to have that detection for those Widow Mines for sure. A couple, what is that? Empty medevacs running across the map for no reason. Marine checking for a 4th base, and there is a 4th base as well as cannons. You're going to die. And one more shot, boom, does end up killing it. Probably should take a 4th base of his own. Shcnitzel realizes, and yes, he's floating over the command center. Has not made it an orbital yet. That's an interesting choice. Usually Terran players like to make it an orbital because it does generate energy while it's flying. So then you land it, you have some more energy for some extra mules, and that can be really good. So Korean's up 82 to 72 total harvesters. It's 178 to 161 supply though. Shcnitzel definitely up, but that's what you can do as Terran. You can get a lot of these kind of Marine Marauder tier 1.5 units with Widow Mines and be very cost effective with a very big army. So the Ghosts are in the army now though, and this Warp Prism is preparing for some special tactics, but the Marine scouts it out, gets a couple shots off at it, and if it flies over the rest of these Marines, it is going to die. Oh, it moves at just the last second, but not fast enough. And it gets blown up and falls to the ground. The Observer flying around trying to stay out of the range of any missile turrets or anything that can kill it, and it's going to see the composition of this army perfectly. Sees the Ghosts, sees the Widow Mines, sees the huge number of medevacs. And what's the answer going to be for Shcnitzel? He's got an Archon, he has a bunch of Storm available, has some Zealots in here as well. The upgrades are looking good, +2 grind weapons, just about finishing a Dark Shrine. Oh, an Extended Thermal Lance and a Colossus. He's going Colossus Archon. What are these people doing? Oh no, I don't... Oh, is this to distract while we go for an attack on the 4th base? I think it is. The attack on the 4th base. Big Storm. Oh, walking through it, another Storm. Taking out a lot of those Marines. The Widow Mines are burrowing. The Templar are now dead. Zealots charging and just trying to delay. They're not going to kill this army, but maybe they can slow it down for the rest of the units to come. Very smartly keeping the Templar in the back. No! Templar for another Storm happens. Misses pretty much everything. Again, another big Storm. Moving into it is Shcnitzel. Not very smart, but those Storms are really keeping this at bay. Liberators! Hey, Liberators are on the way. Defender mode is being researched. Shcnitzel is not abandoning those units at all. Fantastic. Here we come again. The Colossus trying to do what it can. Storms on top of those Widow Mines, on top of those Marines and those Marauders. Liberators flying in, trying to deal with the Colossus. Interesting choice there, for sure. Widow Mine shot still coming in. There are no observers with this army. I don't know what's going on with Korean. Boom, another Widow Mine shot. 2 kills, 1 kill. And 4 kills on that Widow Mine. So not doing a whole lot of damage. Not super crucial, not critical. But at the same time, observers are in production. They are not. A Stargate on the way, though, for Korean. Defender mode being thrown down in an offensive position. As the Terran army sweeps in from the right side. Gets blinked on top of. We need to get in there, says Korean. Kill everything that we possibly can. The Widow Mine shots again, taking out Zealots. Defender mode being used to cover the retreat of Shcnitzel. Schnitzel's still at 128 supply. Planetary Fortress being built over here for Shcnitzel. Really expanding well behind this attack. Sending SCVs over where they are needed. Are we finally clearing out the Widow Mines? We are. Wow, that's a lot of Colossus. So a lot of Colossus. And how many Templar are left? 3 Templar. Okay, so we're making a combination of Templar and Colossus in this composition. I like what we're seeing. Are the upgrades continuing? No. Stargate. Oh, and a fleet beacon. Could we see carriers? I think we possibly could. Coming on in. Liberators throwing down Defender mode to cover the attack on this 5th base. And it does force the cancel. Colossus can stay outside of that range, though. Blinking under, killing a Viking. Killing a Liberator as well. Good pick up there. Good micro by those Stalkers, killing 1 of the Liberators. There are still 3 here, though, which could pose a bit of a problem. Look at this Defender mode being used so consistently, so accurately by Shcnitzel, just begging the Protoss player to walk into that circle of death. Ooh, takes a big 85 hit shot. And here we are, just stalking forward, sieging forward, with the Liberators going to go after some workers and dare the Protoss to come on in here. And he does. The Zealots charge in first. Dark Templar in there as well. Does get backed out. A scan revealing the Dark Templar. Korean is not able to get it in there whatsoever. Committing. Going to try to kill this base. A big Storm. Excellent Storm, though. Forces the retreat of Shcnitzel. The Archon in the front backs up again. Dark Templar in there killing everything that it can. Does get evaporated at the scan. Stalkers, there are not many of them left. A couple weakened Colossus. 1 Colossus. That is it. And it falls to this 4th base. Does explode. And that's it. Good game from Korean. Shcnitzel is victorious. And the Korean characters has left the game. So, wow, intense pressure there from Shcnitzel, using Marauders and Marines and Ghosts and the Liberators. I feel like the Liberators were just so key in that engagement. The way he was constantly sieging forward with that Defender mode ability, covering the attack on this 5th base, on this ramp, just leapfrogging Defender mode circle after Defender mode circle, and there was no way Korean wanted to engage in that. He had no answer for engaging into the Circle of Death, that it gets 85 damage to you. When you stand inside it, that just hits everything hard, even those beefy Protoss units. So that was it. Amazing use of the Legacy of the Void units there. Fantastic play. Good find for me, Dominic. I really do appreciate it. And as always, this has been FalconPaladin with yet another Daily Blizzard upload. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.